Today we're going to look at kvCORE in depth because many of you have been asking, well, what exactly does kvCORE do? So today I'm going to give you that comprehensive list, especially with this new layout that you're about to see, because it does look a little bit different. So beyond that, you're going to see where to find all of the features, where to find a landing page, where to find a squeeze page, how to send out text, how to send out messages. So this is going to really help you out. So let me just share my screen real quick and we'll get going. All right, so this is the brand new interface that kvCORE has unleashed to the world. So this may look a little bit different, and we're at the dashboard level. At the dashboard level, you can modify it how you want, but this is gonna give you a good snapshot of what's going on in your business. You see the activity that if somebody comes back to your website, you're gonna see it here. The calls that you need to make, the tasks that you need to get done, you can sync up your calendar, and then you can see information about your business. So it gives you stats on how many contacts you have and all of that fun stuff. And assuming that your broker or brokerage is pretty active in the announcements, they can actually make announcements directly on the platform. And you have a lot of other resources here that you can partake in. So on the right hand side, you're going to see the basic information of contact information and editing a few things about your profile. If you are the master account holder, you're going to be able to go into each agent's activity and connect any lenders, along with managing your teams and all that fun stuff. So one of the easiest buttons that you're going to want to really familiarize yourself with is the quick actions button. So you can add a call, add a contact, add a call, add a note, add a task, blog post, and send email. So it's going to be it's an overlooked feature, but it really will get you into the habit of getting into your kvCORE, into your CRM, and getting out of it as quickly as possible and go out and do something else with your life. So it's going to really be beneficial. And also something else that you don't want to overlook is that search button. So up here, you don't have to go and navigate, hey, I got to go and to the smart CRM to see my contacts. You can do it directly from here. So those are just things that are overlooked, and I see that far too often whenever I'm screen sharing with some of my team members and we go through the training. So as I see them navigate through the system, those are the two things that really come up. So I want to make sure that you are aware that that's available to you. But let's keep going. Here's the smart CRM. So the smart CRM is basically your contacts. Your contacts are all going to be lined up here. You're going to have the ability to add some filters. So if you want to see which is your fear, which is your prospect, which is your new lead, active lead, client, contract closed, archived, all that fun stuff. So you have a lot of options on how you can filter, but we won't get too much into that. I just want you to see what the navigation looks like. All of the columns that you see here, they are editable. You can go here and customize what you want to see. If you don't want to see activity and you want to see the agent that's assigned to them, you can toggle that switch on and it's going to show up there. If you want to do some mass actions, you can highlight all of the rows that are here. So I'm displaying 250 rows, and I can mass email, mass text, and then some additional actions here. You can add a tag, you can assign to a lender, you can add a campaign or delete the contacts or export them. So that's a great way for you to get access to your contacts or edit your contacts in one fell swoop without having to go into each and every single one of them. Now, just to show you how to add a contact, you're gonna go to that green or go up there where we originally saw adding a contact, the first name, last name, email, cell phone, and then permission to contact. You're gonna wanna put yes to all of these, assuming that you do have permission for them, and then you're gonna see your buyer type. So really there's two things that I want you to think about. In managing your CRM effectively, you certainly want to identify them if they're buyers, sellers, renters, vendor, agents. So buyers and sellers, you want to make sure that you appropriately tag your contacts as they come in, but you also want to tag them based off of if it's your sphere, if it's a prospect, if it's a new lead, a client under contract or closed, all that fun stuff. So these are the two things that you really want to look at your business and identify which lead types and which lead statuses will I be using in my business. So those are two features that you don't want to overlook whenever you're categorizing your leads. So it's important that you spend some time contemplating how you want that to happen. And then also your lead source. Lead source is more for your advertising and when you're marketing. So you understand, how am I getting my business? Is it through cold calling? Is it email marketing? Is it Facebook advertising? Is it Google? understanding where your leads are coming from is powerful. So these are things that you absolutely do not want to overlook, because it's important in how you manage your business. And then also you can select a smart campaign. You can search for the smart campaign right here, add a lender, copy the lender as soon as it comes in, and the lender can actually make the call if that's how you are structured. But that's a little bit more about adding a contact. Alrighty, so we're gonna keep going. Well, let's just open up a contact. So this is what the new interface looks like. So here on the left-hand side, we're not gonna go into every single button, but just so you understand, the majority of the lifting when you're going through and making your calls, making your emails, sending out your text, is going to be here on the timeline. You're going to see when items were updated, when a certain action happened, when you last had contact with this lead. So this is the most important part in a snapshot level, but you're going to see other actions that you can take. You can do a voicemail drop. Yes, you have the ability to do voicemail drops. Core video, it's powered through BombBomb. So what that means is you can send a video embedded in your emails and in your messages. And then you have the ability to add a note. This one has a lot of grayed out elements because this is just a thing that I did for a YouTube video. But here you're going to see everything else that you have access to. Anyway, what's most important here is filling out this information. Of course, this will already have been done by you. And then here you see what's happened within that particular profile. You can see additional details, and you can add additional details if you want, if they're set up on alerts, files, transactions, tasks. It's pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool. So I'm going to X out of this. All right. Anyway, so we're going to keep going. I want you to know more about the features than me going into every single element here. The listings are automatically connected to your MLS. So it's important that you connect to the right MLS. So depending on the brokers that you join, make sure that you're connected to the correct MLS, because that could become problematic if there's if you're in a city where they have or close to another city, and you're accustomed to seeing this MLS and also this MLS. I believe Denver is like that. That has two primary MLSs, and it's kind of like a battleground for agents. But this is what all the listings that you have. You can filter out based off of your listings, based off of your brokerage listings, and all other types of features or filters that you want. And when you click through, we're going to click through, you see everything that you can do. One of the best things that you're going to want to do is leverage your listings and either send them out in email, or you can send them out via text, post them to Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Craigslist, print a flyer, generate a QR code. So this does all of this for you. You don't need to go out and buy or subscribe to third-party websites that aren't that effective. So you see, this is way much, I actually like looking at homes better through this than through my personal MLS. And that is a pod shot at the MLS. But I think that all of us, 99% of us, feel that same way. Alrighty, so here we go. But I'll let you, again, what's more important is that you understand where all of these buttons, where everything comes together, and all the features that you have available to you. So same thing here, you can highlight all of the properties, assuming you added some filters that you like, and you can send them out in an email. You can send them out in a text. You can text to hashtags, text to email. So email to hashtags. So hashtags are identifiers that you can add to your contacts. So you can put hashtag 2021 buyers. So all of the leads that came in the form of buyers in the year 2021, you can resurrect them, or anything that you want to do. So hashtags is another really powerful way for you to identify those people in your database with more specificity. So you could put hashtag high school friends, hashtag college friends, hashtag whatever. So that's the ability to, that's just to send. How you're going to edit those contacts is over on Smart CRM. And as you're adding people on, make sure that you have those hashtags ready to go, because it will make your job a lot easier come next month, comes the following month, and the following month when you're trying to launch individual campaigns that you want to do. And manual listings, you can add a listing manually. That's one of the common questions. Hey, if it's not on the MLS, can I add it? Yes, and it's done through here. So you add a listing and you put some additional information. So you're generating your own listing through there. So that's how you do that. Alrighty, so let's keep going. Again, we're going super fast, but I want you to hang in there with me. There's other tutorials that I have in this channel that go into a lot of these different features. What's most important for me right now is that you're aware what kvCORE does and what it does not have. So then at that point, you can choose what software makes sense to add to my business, or where can I cut out some redundancy. So that is the main point of this video. Smart Campaigns. Smart Campaigns gives you the ability to email, text. Well, actually, I'll show you. So you create campaigns. There's various campaigns that I have here. kvCORE has a library. So these are your email drips, your text drips, and you have the ability to create those. You have the ability to add tasks as well. So you can say, send out this email and it'll send out the email automatically. Send out this text and it'll send out the text automatically. But you can also add a task for yourself. So that way you can continue to see everything that's happening in your business. So you see the kvCORE library, and then the templates is something that you create as well, but also you can just add these to your library and you launch your campaign. So it's very easy to do. And on the templates, you see the types of templates that you can do. So email, text, call, task, webhook. So there's a lot of different things that you can do in your business. Alrighty, so this is a bit more about the smart campaign, so commonly referred to as drips, email drips, text drips, email marketing, text marketing. Search alerts, so alerts, these are, let me click through here so you see them. So these are just property alerts. It's pretty straightforward. Behavioral automation, this uses artificial intelligence or automated, automated behavior, meaning if somebody revisits your website, then it'll automatically send out a text or send out an email depending on how you program it. So you see right here, a lead revisits after 14 days, and it can send an email or a text, and you can kind of see a little bit of the preview, what gets sent out. You can edit that if you want, and you can select which types of leads you want to receive these behavioral automations, and also when a new lead comes in or not. I have this off, but I'm using this CRM in a different capacity than you may be. So here, that's why I mentioned at the very beginning, your contact types matter, because if you don't have this set up correctly, whenever you're bringing in your leads, then this can become problematic, and people are going to start getting behavioral automations because of this, because of this, because of this, and it can get frustrating for your users. So just be aware that behavioral automation takes the action that they take on your website and sends out some automated messages in return. Lead validation, it does the best it possibly can to verify that the lead is correct. So if it's a high chance that that email is fake because it's not deliverable, then it'll give you, hey, this is probably not a strong lead. So it'll go through and try to find some social media handles as well. So you see, we also do our best to find the name, location, occupation, social profiles, but it does a bit more about trying to filter out that junk leads, those junk leads that we sometimes get. You of course have the mobile app, so kvCORE does have an app for that, and schedule mass email. So don't be confused between this and this. Smart campaigns is the moment that your lead comes in, what happens after. So a day later, I want an email. A day later, I want an email. So that's what happens after. Scheduled mass emails, what you need to understand there with scheduled mass emails is where you can email your entire database on a certain date. So let's just say you want to wish everyone a happy July 4th. Then you're going to schedule that email to send out to everybody on July 4th. There's no way for you to do that through a smart campaign because it takes into account the moment that lead comes in and then moves forward. Here you can schedule a date. And the reason that you want to go and schedule mass emails through here is because if you were to have done that through the smart campaign where I showed you that you can highlight all of your contacts, there's a limit to the amount of emails that you can send from over there through the smart CRM. But here there's no limit. You can send out an email to your entire database. And then here, birthdays and anniversaries, you can select the birthdays of the of your contacts, and you can schedule it to where all of my birthdays, all the people that have birthdays, send out a message. Same thing with the anniversary of the purchase. So whenever you're helping people buy a home, you just document when they officially bought the home, and it'll send a, hey, 1 year anniversary since we last purchased, or since you last purchased your home. So congratulations. So it has that feature. And then over here, when we go lead engine, so marketing, think of it this way. Marketing is more of keeping the people that you already have engaged. Keeping people, it's nurture is another good way of saying it. This is where you nurture. This is where you keep the people that you already have happy. This is where you keep the people that you already have and remind them that you're in business. Lead engine. So think of this as your prospector. This is you prospecting. This is you going out and getting people into your funnel. So landing pages, you have the ability to create landing pages. So we'll start building for a quick second. You have the ability to do video view. You can change out that video. Video lead. So it'll give you the fields for the email and a cell phone. You can do Facebook chat. So you can connect that to your Facebook. And you can do, well, I mean, there's so many different, but this is a very simple way for you to create landing pages. In landing pages, you can offer anything of value that you want, any lead magnet that you want. So this is, you don't have to go out and get ClickFunnels. You don't have to get lead pages. You don't have to get Builderall. You don't have to get all these other landing page generators. You have one right here. And what's important about this is you can launch this very quickly. All I have to do is just hit save, and it will actually create the link and it's ready to go. But beyond that, you have the ability, beyond that, this has the functionality of anytime somebody puts in their information, it automatically comes into you. So you don't have to worry about connecting your landing page through Zapier or through API Nation. This is already done automatically. So it's already integrated into your CRM. So that is a bit about the landing page. So a landing page is where you can create any type of campaign that you want. Now the difference here between a landing page and a squeeze page is anything that has to do with the home, anything that has to do with you leveraging a home, that's a squeeze page. A landing page can be anything. It could be a checklist. It can be a guide. It can be a list, whatever it is that you're offering. Here, you're leveraging the home. So here we start building a squeeze page, and now you can create squeeze pages that are leveraging the home. So here you can create a saved search. So you can say on Facebook, hey, check out all of the homes that are under $500,000 in X, Y, and Z city. Well, you go through and you put the price range here and fill out any additional features that you want. And the very important thing that you want to do at this point is, if you're going to deploy that strategy, is change the property views allowed before registration. Here you're going to put immediate. You want them to, whenever you make this offer out on Facebook, out on Pinterest, out on YouTube, out on wherever, you want the number of views before registration to be 1. Meaning whenever they click through, they're automatically asked, hey, give me your email in order to get access to this list that I just made for you. And then you just generate the link, and it's going to give you a direct link and a short link. They both go to the same one, but go with the short link because it has less characters. Now, here's the important part. Beyond that, and once you generate the link, that link is gone forever as soon as you get out of this screen. So make sure that you save that link. You email it to yourself. You put it on your Evernote. That's where you keep notes. You put it somewhere where you can come back to it, because you're never going to be able to get to it again. So it's important that you save that link if you're going to deploy this with any level of success. And then single properties, you can highlight a single property. You can do that through the MLS ID or search the property, and then do the same thing here. Automatically ask them to give you their contact information and then generate the link there. Seller squeeze page, very similar concept here, but what you're offering as the lead magnet is an instant market report. Hey, what's going on in the market? What's going on in your area? And you give it a bit more specificity. So check out what's going on in Arlington, Texas, as an example. And then build a market report to share on social media. Same thing. So the market report would be right there. You select the city. It's very similar to this, but then you select the city over here, and it just gives you what's going on in the area as well. Actually, no, this is where they put their information. So they put their address as well. So see, it even gets me. So this is more about you sharing what's already happening in the market. But beyond that, I think this one doesn't even, I believe this one does not even ask for their contact information. This is just more information shared on the web. I believe that's the case. It's been a minute since I've done this one. All right, so transactions. This is, if I had to put a knock, if I had to really say, hey, what's the one thing that kvCORE is missing, or something that where it can actually improve its product, it would be in the transactions. I'm sorry. Well, I'll finish my thought. I didn't go back. I didn't finish the lead engine, did I? But we'll talk about the negatives first. So the transactions is, with the CRM, I expect transactions to be very simple to use, meaning this is my transaction for this home that I'm selling. This is a transaction for a buyer that I have, and it would systematize what I need to do with that buyer, with that seller. But it doesn't happen here. So you can see what your pipeline, how healthy it is, so how much GCI you can expect. This is one thing that does not exist in a very cohesive way with kvCORE. You can, right now, the reason it's empty is because you have to connect it to something like e-commissions right here. So in order for the transactions to populate something, because you can see there's no, hey, add a transaction or anything like right here. It has to connect to something like e-commissions, which is right here, and it costs some money. So get paid your real estate commissions before closing, blah, blah, blah. So essentially like a Sky Soap integrating into something that actually does a transaction management. This was what I really don't like about the kvCORE product, and I just haven't been able to find a solution for that I like. But anyway, that's the one knock. The transactions, as you know, the deals, if you will, it's not very it's just non-existent in my eyes. You have to integrate it with something else. So I'm used to seeing the deals in a CRM. It makes sense, right? I'm used to seeing the deals in every single stage that I want, and I create my buckets, my process, but it's not the easiest. So actually the deals that are managed, I actually use Trello. So Trello is it's a good project manager, but here it's just not that good. Anyway, get more leads. Our expert marketers drive paid leads. I've never used this product. I can't tell you if it's good or bad. As you know, so the agents that partner with me, we do their lead generation for all of the agents that partner with me at EXP, but we do lead generation manually. So we do our campaigns that are tried and proven. Here, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't give you an opinion on that. All right, so lead Dropbox. Sync any lead source right into your kvCORE. So what this means is, this is where you connect your Zillow Premier. This is where you connect your Zapier. It's basically your APIs, as you can kind of see here. And then call capture. This is where you use your smartphone number. Your smartphone number is something that you get through kvCORE. You can get your own smartphone number, but basically, in a nutshell, a smartphone number gives the ability of the leads that are already in your CRM to call that smartphone number and get to you directly. Now, it's important that the leads that call you, and if they're going to use that smartphone number, they have to be in your CRM in order for that smartphone number to come straight to you. Because in most brokerages, especially here at EXP, that smartphone number is associated with hundreds of other agents. Depending on the size of your brokerage, most people are just leveraging that smartphone number because it's smart. It knows which leads are calling into which agent. But at the end of the day, if you're sharing one smartphone number, the leads, in order for them to get routed straight to you, if they're calling you or texting that smartphone number, those leads have to be within your database. If they are not, then that's problematic. It's going to go into a round robin. So if somebody has never been in your CRM, then that's problematic because they're not going to get a hold of you. So the smartphone number that you get, don't put it on your signs, so on your yard signs, because the people that are driving by, they don't know that that's your listing. They don't know that that's the listing that's going to go automatically back to you. So that's why if you're going to use a smartphone number, make sure that the leads are in your CRM, and also make sure that you go ahead and get another smartphone number that's unique to you. Pay those, I think it's like 20 something bucks a month. But anyway, so that's a little bit about call capture. The smartphone number comes to you, but it gives the ability for people to text a code. So if you go here and then just set up to where they send you a personal code, then you set certain actions. If somebody texts me this, then send them this listing. If somebody texts me this, then send them this information. That's how you do it. All right, so then bulk import, you can import your leads manually, or you can have the kvCORE team import your leads for you. It's that simple. CMA Builder, you can create a CMA, but just like any CMA builder out there, this is flawed. It's a starting point. Nothing's going to replace the agent. So this is a great starting point. You can get a quick and dirty CMA, but just understand that it does need some work and refining. Your pitch sheet. This was created more for FSBOs and expired alike. This is what it does is it just gives you a visual representation of the power that you have, of the reach that you have. So you see here, pitch sheet creates a visual representation of the potential buyers you have in your CRM, potential buyers across your brokerage. You can quickly show how many buyers you might have for a specific listing or a specific area, a specific price. So it's a marketing tool. It's a marketing tool. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little thing right here. It's laid out in a very elegant way. So it is exactly what it says. It's a pitch sheet to attract. It works with really anybody, but basically it's used primarily for FSBOs and expires to show, hey, if you work with the real estate agent, you have access to so many buyers. So use me. Millions Map, it's a way for your leads, for your clients to search the MLS. So search for properties. So it's a way to keep them off of Zillow and keep them within your app. So that's what Millions Mapped is. The Open House app, you have the ability to sign people in directly into your kvCORE through the Open House app. So whenever you do an open house, people will put in their information and it'll go directly into your CRM. So you don't have to write anything down. They don't have to write anything down, and you also don't have to come home and put in their information after you host the open house. You can host a virtual open house. What this does is just a class. It's going to show you the elements. Whoops. It should show you. Whoops, something went wrong. But it's just a class. It gives you the steps to create a virtual open house. So it's going to say create an event, and this is how you create a Facebook event, and give you some steps on how to have a virtual open house so people can actually view it. And then Core Property Boost. This one, I don't have really any experience with Core products here. So Core Present nor Core Property Boost. So I would actually be stepping, I would be, what do they call that? Getting over my skis on that. I don't know too much about this. I can read it to you, but throw yourselves and get more leads from your listings with Property Boost. No experience with that. We run our leads manually. Anyway, so we already went through transactions, and the downside of that, Web and IDX, just giving you some key things to look at. You can edit your templates and all of that fun stuff through edit settings. This is where you add your Google tag. This is where you add your Facebook pixel and anything that you want. So I'm just going to scroll down here. You can edit your header, your banner. You can change your theme right here. So there's the theme, the template. You can change the theme to make it a color that you like a little bit more. Upload your own image, secondary logo. So this is just a good thing for you to scroll down here and get some information on. We're not going to go through and edit everything, or any of it actually. So what we're going to do is go back to Web and IDX, and something else to consider is adding your testimonials. This is where you would go and add those for your SEO. So you're going to put where you work. So Dallas, Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Arlington, Frisco, Plano, what have you. So this is where you start building in the areas that you serve. And then custom pages, you can create your custom pages right there. You have the ability of nurturing a blog through kvCORE. So you can add a post and then view the post and see the traffic that's happening there. And then you have the ability to add some additional elements to your website. So let's just see, show your visitors specific distance, user power, location intelligence, view all add-on options for website customizations. Let's go here. I think there's something cool wait, where is it? Is it embeds? Yeah, it's embeds. So check this out. Use this image anywhere you want people to be able to quickly view your website. So here's your QR code. You don't have to go and pay a service to give you a QR code. You already have one. Property search. Here's your IDX right here. There's your code right there. Website widget. So you can see right there. Seller evaluation. Site content. Let's go to site content. Where is it? I think it's... Is it widgets? Yeah, it's right here. So widgets, check this out. Here you can add your financing widget. So basically it gives people to the ability to use like a calculator on your website. Home worth. I mean, it's basically where they put their information. You kind of already saw that through the squeeze page. Just listed, so homes that have just been listed. Open houses, list of open houses. So if you're looking to recruit agents, recruit page on your domain. So check this out. So there's a lot of different things that you can edit within your kvCORE. So a lot of us just take whatever is handed to us out of the box and we fail to customize. You've seen all of the different elements that kvCORE gives you. There's a landing page here for you. There's a website here for you that's connected to the IDX. There are single property websites that you can create. There are squeeze pages that you can create through those safe searches that'll get you buyers, or through market reports that'll get you sellers. You have the ability of texting. You have the ability of voicemail drops. You have the ability of email marketing. You have a robust arsenal in front of you, a robust tool that you can leverage for your business. The one thing that I wish that they would improve upon would be the deal flow. So the deals, the transactions, you can see them right there, but it requires a plugin that, again, I'm not very fond of. So really, I'll just show you the marketplace. The business analytics is just stats. It's if you're into that stuff, you can absolutely check that out. But here are all the preferred vendors for kvCORE, so nothing to write home about. There's certain elements here that, as an example, if you wanted to connect your Facebook ads, your lead forms from your Facebook ads into kvCORE, you would use API Nation, and you can do that for free, or you can connect through Zapier. It's up to you, but there's some elements here that are worth exploring. Some of these cost money. Some of them at least give you a free little a free little service, if you will, like API Nation. But if you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. I'm happy to address anything that comes up. See you on the next one.